Gunpowder, From Beautiful Fireworks to Deadly Weapons, by Teo, World Cultures. Gunpowder was a substance that people used to make weapons and fireworks. Gunpowder was used all over the world because the Silk Roads helped spread it. Gunpowder was made in China during the 9th century but spread to Europe during the 13th century. Gunpowder was very valuable because it was expensive, hard to make, and could kill many people. Gunpowder was also used to make bombs. These bombs were put in a catapult, were lit on fire, and launched at the enemy. Other weapons like guns, cannons, mines, and even flamethrowers were also made of gunpowder around the 11th century. Gunpowder was discovered by Chinese alchemists and was brought to the Mongols who introduced gunpowder to the West. Gunpowder is used to make guns and fireworks. It's a mixture of sulfur, charcoal, and potassium nitrate, also known as saltpeter. The most important ingredient in gunpowder is saltpeter. This is a saltpeter workshop. Saltpeter is hard to get. People scrape saltpeter from the salty soil along the rivers and make it from filtered drippings. About 75% of saltpeter is needed to get a big explosion. Gunpowder can get up to 3,880 degrees Celsius. Gunpowder was created in the 9th century by the Chinese. At around 1040, someone published a true formula of gunpowder for the first time. This discovery led to the invention of early gunpowder weapons in China. Gunpowder was introduced to Europe in the 13th century. Gunpowder was invented in China. Gunpowder didn't come to the West until the 12th century when the Chinese had already mastered cannons, guns, and other weapons that used gunpowder. Gunpowder wasn't discovered by the West because saltpeter usually only forms its deposits in warm climates. These created gunpowder trying to make a drug to turn them immortal. Men wishing to find a drug to enable them to live forever found a substance destined to kill millions of people instead. Like paper and silk, the Silk Roads helped spread gunpowder through Asia and Europe. Gunpowder was a very important discovery because at that time the Chinese had to fight with swords, bows and arrows, and other weapons that took a lot of effort to use. Gunpowder allowed them to kill somebody with a movement of the finger.